Yung,
Maybe it's a SOS. Parang we're so desperate now dahil di
But
niya naman
that-
kami na kinonsulta, sinugudlan niya lang Iran.
but that will take time. It will take at least a decade. Para yan ay talagang ma-explore, ma-drill,
Right.
no, etc. Sino na ba presidente noon by that time? So, hindi yan ganun. Hindi. Kung desperate ka, ang kailangan mo, itong Russian oil tanker. No, na
Right.
darating
Or
na yun.
Iranian oil even,
Pero at
yeah.
the same time, dumating siya, 1.5 days lang yung supply na yan.
Yeah.
So yung sinasabi ng gobyerno na may 45 days tayo, totoo ba yun? Sige, wag na bigyan natin ng benefit of the doubt para hindi mag-panic, di ba? Pero ang reality ay hindi lang just a price crisis. The reality is the possibility of a supply crisis. Parehas game changer yan. Dahil wala naman yung gobyernong resources o fiscal space para mapunuan yung price crisis.
But we don't even have strategic reserves, Sir Ronald. And I said, kayo,
No, we don't have
why
anything.
didn't we build strategic reserves?
Dahil sa oil deregulation law. Kanyan magastos, no? Kailangan mo ng mga paglalagyan.
Storage,
ng
yeah, capacity,
yan.
yeah.
Nag-deregulate ka eh. So, hindi mo magawa yan. Tapos, hindi mo ma-impose dun sa mga oil companies na, uy, lampasan nyo naman ng 60 days yung ating oil reserves. Gawin nyo naman at least 6 months. Hindi mo magawa yon dahil nga may oil deregulation ka. So, in the medium term and in the long term, kailangan talagang balikan yan, yung oil deregulation law. No?
Right.
Pero ang epekto niyan, medium term and long term pa. Pinag-uusapan lang ngayon. No?
Now how to survive the next
Yung
month.
sinasabi mo na strategic oil reserves.
Yeah.
Hindi mo na magagawa ngayon yan in the middle of a
Yeah.
crisis. No? Kaya, mas yung deklarasyon ng presidente of a state of energy crisis, mahalaga yon. Dahil long overdue na yun eh. Hindi ka kasi nagpe-prepare sa emergency pag may emergency na. Nagpe-prepare ka long before. Tapos medyo parang masyadong nuance. Parang Richard Haydarian, yung mag-analyze ang gobyerno. Nuance.
Yung Monday version ni Haydarian. Hindi yung weekend version.
National Energy Emergency.
Yeah.
Ba't di mo na lang tinawag National Emergency? No?
Right.
No?
Hindi nga, kasi syempre Marcos ang pangalan. Ayaw naman, di ba? Like, emergency powers Marcos has a certain connotation.
Alam ko lang nagnunuwas mga political analysts. Kaya,
May kilala ko, analyst, walang nuance. Yun yung
Wala,
problema.
wala. Oo, black and white.
Speaking of walang nuance, Sir Ronald, nasaan na tayo with the opposition? This is the last important part. Like, where are we in terms of the internal conversations about a united, Unipink? Let's just call it Unipink. Because, let's be honest, I think that Lenny, Bam, Rizad, we're all in the same team, supposedly. Ayun yung argument ng supporters nila. But at the same time, we saw na, yeah, we're in the same team. But at the same time, I saw there was a lot of back and forth. Nag-tone down na ba yan? Because things got very emotional. I remember last month, I was at The Hague, di ba? When Senator Bam said na ideally sana sa Pilipinas gagawin. And I think these are based on some of the numbers suggesting that 50-60% of Filipinos rather than have justice by domestic courts. And then, of course, that triggered a lot of response. People questioning, so what does it mean? You're not supporting what's happening in ICC and all. My sense though, Sir Ronald, as critical as I was of parang yung timing ng statement and all of that was, hindi kaya maganda na we openly discuss this so that makikita ng tao saan galing si Bam, saan galing si Risa, saan galing... Well, ikaw, alam na natin saan ka galing kasi you're all over the place. Kasi I think there should be a healthy way to agree to disagree or a healthy way to at least allow people to express their sides. And you know, I'm not gonna name names, but some people are saying, purong kayo na lang ni Ronald ang nagsasalita, parang you're dominating the whole discourse over the opposition. Dapat daw may primaries, dapat daw ganyan. Sir, what is the healthy, smart way? Because at the end of the day, dapat unipink eh. Otherwise, I don't think it's
okay
easy.
Okay naman yung primaries to choose a leader. Ang problema, mas madali yan kung isa kayong political party.
Which we don't.
Kung several political parties kayo, tapos may civil society, hindi ganun kadali.
Yeah.
No? Ikalawa, it's about numbers. It's about numbers.
Sa surveys, you mean?
Sino ba yung may fighting chance against Sara na nangunguna in all the surveys? No? At medyo malaki yung kanyang agwat. Kaya, in a way, ay ideal yung panahon para magkaroon ka ng third pole. Dahil nga, ay existential yung battle between the Marcoses and the Dutertes. Pareha silang damage and madadamage pa sila yung Marcos government dahil dito sa handling ng anti-corruption campaign. Walang big fish na nakukulong. Tapos itong elephant in the room, itong economic crisis
Right.
brought about by the
Double
Iraq War.
whammy.
Tapos, yung ng mga Dutertes, itong mga charges against them. Corruption, mass murder, no,
China.
pro-China, etc., no, pro-maniacs, no. So, parehas silang nadadamage eh. Maganda sana na sumulpot yung third pole.
Yeah.
No? Ang problema nga, itong third pole, hindi pa magkasundo kung sino ang kanilang leader. Dahil ngayon, naghahanap yung tao eh. Ayaw namin dito. So, sino kami? No?
But shouldn't there be like rules about how there should be a discussion? Kasi, yun nga, kasi parang yung third pole sa tingin ko, wala pang ideas about how to have a healthy debate. Whether you want Risa, whether Lenny pa rin, whether you want Bam, right? Because each of them can make a strong argument. Lenny could say, all the surveys show she's still at least the second now. Bam was number 2 in the Senate, so he feels he has the momentum. Riza would say, no, I'm the de facto leader of the opposition. I fought the good fight. So each of them have a case. So how can you have a healthy discussion sa third poll? And then, of course, yung other parties, I don't think without a grand coalition, especially the Tulfos in the picture, I think all the surveys show Tulfos are going to be a major factor here. Kingmakers or queenmakers. How do you coordinate that, Sir Ronald, in a healthy way? Alam ko nang-aasaran tayo, we make fun of each other, we have pot shots, but there has to be a healthy adult way of doing this, right, Sir Ronald?
Tutuloy ko yung ating asaran, no? Ideally, merong
I'm just really helping.
Ideally, meron tayong process na dadaanan
Right.
as you propose, di ba?
Right.
Na may consensus dun sa process para kung ano yung resulta ng process, may consensus din.
Correct.
Tapos medyo scientific yung pagpili.
Right.
But in the real world, no, it's about people eh. Sino ba ngayon yung umaangat? Sino ba ngayon yung may fighting chance labang kay Sara? Meron ka lang numbers dyan eh. Ang problema, halimbawa, sa ngayon, si Lenny yung mataas. No? Around
Right.
30%. Sara around 39 to 40.
So very close. 8
Tapos-
points, 9 points
tapos
lang.
yung-
Yeah.
Tapos yung iba ay 18% yung mga tulpo,
Yeah.
etc. So, kailangan mag-decide immediately ni Lenny, no, a final decision kung tatakbo siya o hindi. Kung hindi, then yung kanyang 30% pwedeng ilipat kay Bam or kay Risa. Habang nandiyan kasi si Lenny, undecided, hindi aangat si Bam at saka si Risa. Yung 15-16 million votes na bumoto sa kanya noong 2022, hindi naman yan pupunta kay Sara eh. No? Ang pwedeng pumunta kay Lenny or a pink candidate ay yung 30 million votes na pinaghahatian ng
But
Duterte
the problem,
sa
Sir
Marcos.
Ronald, is when is that decision going to be made? Because you can always debate that the surveys that will really matter is going to be in the fourth quarter of next year or in the first quarter of 2028. But some would say, ngayon pa lang, medyo alam mo na, kunyari, Lenny has a very good chance.
Yeah,
And then the other one is, should Lenny openly endorse someone? Kasi that could create split. Let's say Lenny endorses Riza or Bam. Baka magtampo yung isa.
Hindi.
Baka mag-ano. So
Hindi.
how do you do that?
Hindi. Everybody for now will defer to Lenny. No? Dahil everybody knows that kailangan ng isang kandidato labang kay Sara.
Right.
No? Tingin ko kahit maraming idiots in the room, no, hindi sila ganun ka-stupid para tignan na pwede ang several candidates against Sara. Dapat
Yeah.
isa lang. No? Kaya kung tatakbo si Lenny, everybody will defer to her. Kung hindi siya tatakbo, ay
Yung endorsement niya.
aangat yung kanyang i-endorse.
Right.
No? At but sabi mo nga, hindi ito mangyayari sa 2027.
Yeah.
2028 will happen in 2026.
Yeah.
May impeachment ka, may economic crisis ka, may anti-corruption ka.
Kailangan ng third poll.
So, lahat yan nagko-converge, no, towards, ideally, to a third poll leader. No? Dahil a third poll leader ay natural sa kanya na i-harness yan.
Yeah.
Yung anti-corruption issue, yung anti-impunity issue, itong nationalist issue natin,
Right.
etc. Imaginein mo kung mapupunta yan sa isang third poll leader. Ang problema nga, neither here nor there
Right.
pa yan. At kailangan yan mangyari 2026.
2026.
Yeah.
Last point, speaking of ideal situation, again, I don't think there could be a uni-pink or grand coalition without the Tulfo factor, whether as a vice president or somehow in the picture, right? Having said that, whether it's Rafi or whether it's Erwin, you know them also very well. what should be the parameters of cooperation Grand Coalition? Dapat ba iakyat ng kamay ni Raffy Tulfo, sabihin natin si Bam or si Risa or Lenny? Should the president be involved? Maybe in the north, not here. Like how do you make it work operationally?
Dapat dyan, isang Tulfo, most probably si Erwin, na kahit
VP.
matalo naman, ay senador pa rin siya,
no
ay maging
lose.
vice president. Bakit? Dahil value added yan doon sa isang pink candidate, whether Lenny, Risa, or Bam. No? Ikalawa, kung hindi mangyayari yan, pwedeng agawin ni Sara yung Tulfo supporters. Dahil meron silang similarity in
Yung
terms
strong
of
leader,
populist
right-wing
ethos.
exactly.
So kailangan may isang Tulfo
Na openly endorse.
i-harness yan patungo dun sa candidate na kalaban ni Sara.
Correct.
Or else,
Pupunta yan kay Sara.
Significant part yan, pupunta kay Sara.
Yeah. Yun nga eh. Thank you so much, Sir Ronald, on that. I think that sets us up. Hopefully, gising ka na, no? Because we have one more with Admiral Tariela, our newly minted Admiral. Pag-usapan natin ng konti ulit ang West Philippines and China because this is a very
Behave
important
ako doon. Dahil...
Ideally, behave ka. I notice you cannot help but ideally sana, kasama ka dun sa constructive process, Sir Ronald. That's exactly what I'm doing. And that note, thank you so much everyone for joining us for the latest episode ng Pilipinas 360 Degrees. Watch out for our upcoming episodes, including other collaborations, of course, with our newly minted also Admiral J. Tariela. God bless. Thank you very much.